crazy with it because you don't want to end up picking up your waist by building your obliques. So he's going straight on, and he's using a weight that he can control. Good. If you notice, you can actually hear him breathing. And what he's doing actually with his breathing is he's being able to control his breathing by breathing out on the way up, and then being able to hold slightly that he comes down, blowing out, and then as you blow out and you come back down, you want to be able to contract all the way, and that's exactly what he's doing. How does that feel?
It's burning.
Good. Get two more. Good. One more. Good job. Good. Again, the key with this is not to use too much weight, and you don't want to end up twisting too much. A little bit's okay, but if you have a natural tendency to have put on a lot of size onto your obliques, you got to really watch the amount of resistance and the amount of flexing you're doing on the sides. So that's your tip. Good. Lift up. You know, lift up high. There we go. So on these leg lifts, there's several different variations. What we're doing today is we're doing the ones where we're going to really, and then we're going to go down nice and slow, and you notice the longer you keep it up off the platform, the harder it is on your abs. So it just creates more tension because the natural weight of your legs is going to create resistance for those abs, and you're going to really fire at that point. That's where you're going to get real sore abs and feel like you're actually doing something instead of just going through repetition. Come on, Jeremy, give me a couple more. One more. Now nice and slow. Awesome. And what you got to do with this is you got to take your time. Sometimes you got to just be able to get your legs up, start that for a couple of weeks, and then you can actually lift your glutes up off the bench, and that's what's going to really produce a lot of resistance, and it's going to create a lot more weight and tension on those abs. So take your time, take 2 to 3 weeks. Once you get used to it, then you can be able to bring up your glutes, and then you're going to actually have really sore abs after a couple of weeks. Of doing that, you can see a big difference. Okay, now we're getting ready to do hanging leg raises. So what we're going to do is you're going to go till failure. You don't have to do 5 or 8 or 15. You go till you basically can't do any more. So normally, most clients I have can do 10 to 12. Sometimes the bigger guys do less because they got big legs. Sometimes they can do more because they've got, 3 days a week of ab training. So we're going to go ahead and do them with Jeremy. We're going to focus on really just a proper form. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling.
Straight leg or bend knees?
We're going to do straight leg. There you go. So the key here is making sure that you don't have too much momentum. Good. And I'm putting my hand on his lower back right here, so that way you can minimize any swing, like that. But he's doing such a good job, I don't even have to do that. Good. Good. Squeeze all the way up. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Good. Let's go. Good. And you want to roll your hips up, Jeremy. There you go. Slow, slow, slow. Come down, come down. One more. Good. And then down. Good. Now, when you get really good at this, you can keep your legs super straight. You can do variations with your knees bent, go up. I like to tend to have my clients keep their toes pointed because what it does is it helps create more tension. So you can do a lot of different things, but what you do want to make sure is that you're not swinging. You'll see so many people in the gym that are just swinging and using momentum, and that ain't going to do shit. So you got to make sure that you minimize momentum, and if you have a problem with that, have somebody put their hand on your lower back, and then that'll help minimize swing. So, and that's hanging leg raises. Squeeze. Yep. Okay, so we're doing ball crunches. This is really good for isolation, minimizing momentum. Also helps with relieving a little bit of strain on that lower back. Good. And as you can see, this is quality over quantity. We're not trying to go a million reps. What we're trying to do is we're trying to maximize the tension on the abs, minimize tension on your lower back, minimize momentum. Let's go. So, and Jeremy's done less than a dozen and he's already feeling it. So, let's go. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. Give me 3 more. Come on. 1. 2. One more. And we're done. Yeah. So again, ball crunches minimizes risk of lower back pain, also minimizes momentum. So go ahead and give us a try in your gym. Every gym has these ab balls now. And abs with Jeremy, again, check out those quick tips that we put together for you. Try not to go too much with resistance if you have a natural tendency to put on a lot of thickness on your obliques. We minimize that with making sure to use body weight most of the time. And when you are using weight, make sure you're not doing anything stupid.